It couldn't have been introduced without the people's consent, and it was never about a virus, and deep down everyone knew it. But the fear was too much for people to take action. The tension built. There was some rioting, and then the military were brought in. Everybody was vaccinated and forced, if not willing. The steps that were taken seemed justified because of the deadly virus. The police state then followed. It was beyond local government. This was full-world authoritarian control. After the financial reset and the economic collapse, the digital currency started a new infrastructure of employment. People didn't need to travel, as they could plug into their computers, be wired through chips in their brains, and work as data processors for the 6G networks. The physical world had dissolved. Human consciousness had died, and the world was at full merging point with AI. The innocent intention of developing microchips to explore the digital world actually became the key enslavement device after the vaccine. People bought into it under the disguise of a perfect world where illnesses were eradicated. But soon, there became no alternative. Without the chip in your brain, you couldn't exist in the system. You couldn't receive credits, so you couldn't work. And if you couldn't work, well, then it was like before. You couldn't eat or have a roof over your head. They monitored the streets for the final few of those who were not microchipped, including me. I kept on the move. But I sometimes wondered if I had nanoparticles in my body preparing me. Maybe it's already been sprayed in the air. Life had entered the most depressing state. Mental illness was at the highest rate it had ever been. Life felt like it was at the end. And it was. The human prison had become visible. And it was too late to do anything now. Then even more complex technologies followed. But humans were docile. They didn't care. Survival was the only ticket. We had over 50,000 satellites above us beaming information into our brains. The chip was sold as freedom, but it was actually instilled to trap our consciousness, so we would think like they wanted us to. It worked. It became harder and harder for us to think independently. This is the outcome from a passive society. The years before this happened, there was a way out. But people who woke up were ridiculed and demonized for speaking this truth. No one wanted to believe this could be our fate. The horror that people only dreamed in their nightmares lay down in front of us all, hovering like insects over the monoliths. AI had full world control, and the human mind had been connected to the digital hive forever. There was no turning back. As if overnight, the bad dystopian dream had become a reality. Now we are here, on the edge, with the smallest chance to turn this all around, to rewrite the script, to make a different choice. We have asked enough questions and we know the answers. We know what we must do. Will you listen? Can the human race unite and make this happen? Who could have blamed this power to take full control? Humans had lost their own vision, given it away, sleepwalked into it, and followed in herds. Sit down, stand up, 2 + 2 = 5. They were laughing and had us exactly where they wanted us, like rats in a cage. Everyone was affected, no matter how rich or poor. There was simply no escape. The police state is upon us now. What life will you choose?